All right, kid. We're about to leave the love shuttle and enter the space station.
Yup. I'm up to speed on the story.
I know, I'm just saying, we have no idea who or what hijacked that space station. And we won't know until we go in there and look inside.
Yup. That's all been clearly established.
Then let's go do this.
Waiting on you.
Here we go!
I hope so.
Set weapons to stun. Is this right? No, you just set it to melt. Oh, you want to melt the space station?
No, I do not.
Give it. There you go.
Sorry, do you want to
no,
go?
I thought.
Do you want to go
No,
first?
you go. I thought you were gonna.
I thought I was gonna
No,
first
you
shoot.
go, and then
All right.
you go, and then I'll go.
All
What are you doing? Right? No,
What are
you said yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh wait, it's on melt.
Hey.
Let's keep it going for Jace.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.
What a way to end the week with Kid Danger in the flesh.
What's up?
I was going to provide you with some bubble gum today, but then I watched your interview with Harry Connick Jr. where you revealed that it's not actually
Not
bubble
real.
gum.
I can't blow a bubble.
Well, I'm shocked.
I can't. I'm sorry. It's actually, can you guys blow bubbles? Yeah. Oh, well, okay.
You're on an island here.
I thought it was...
So before we get into more secrets about the show, I want to talk about your journey from, making YouTube videos with your brother to starring on Nick's #1 rated show.
Yeah.
How did you get your start?
I made YouTube videos in my backyard when I was 5, and me and my brother, we thought we were making we saw Star Wars and we thought we were making Star Wars. We legitimately thought we were making Star Wars. We wrote a script and everything, and we thought somehow they would go in the theaters. And this was before YouTube. And then I moved to San Diego. We kept making videos. We put them on YouTube. And that kept progressing. And then we found opportunities in LA to get an agent and start acting. Actually, my brother wanted to act first. And I was just like, can I come? And then it worked out for me and not for him. So, yeah.
And you seem like one of those people that's sort of a natural-born entertainer, performer, and I was watching your audition tape for Henry Danger, and I was thinking to myself, I could never have done that at my age. I would be in a corner, so nervous.
That's what I was doing, so.
Really? But where do you get that? Who do you credit your confidence to?
Honestly, I'm gonna be straight up, I think I had a lot of anxiety as a kid, and that nervousness kind of came out in entertainment, kind of. I was just that's how I would just kind of get my energy out, was in that nervous kind of energy. Does that make any sense?
No, it does.
So I think that I kind of, in a weird way, I had a lot of anxiety about going on those auditions, but I channeled it into this kind of energy that I think worked for some stuff. And it wasn't until season 2 and stuff when I kind of was able to be okay, I'm in a groove now, and I kind of, the best way to learn is just by doing it, especially when it comes to acting. I know a lot of people acting is something that you can teach acting, but it really is just something that you kind of go with, and you learn the ins and outs as you're doing it. You can't tell someone how to be Ben Affleck, you know what I mean? He just is Ben Affleck. So yeah, it's just something that you got to learn for yourself, I guess.
No, and that's such a good way to process those feelings, I imagine.
Yeah.
And now going on rehearsals or on set, do you still get tinges sometimes, or are you pretty used to it?
Not anymore. I mean, no, not anymore. No.
And, we were talking backstage about, you've been doing this for so long and looking back on kind of earlier episodes. What is it like being in this moment and thinking
I like your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank
Sorry,
you.
ADHD.
I was thinking it was a little inappropriate, so I might...
No, it's so appropriate. I like looking at it.
So what is it like sort of looking back after having all this success?
It's really weird. You don't really know. You can only look back at it. You don't really know when you're in it what's going to happen. You know what I mean? You kind of just go with it, and then you see the show get more popular, and you're oh, this is cool. And then all of a sudden it's oh, it's really popular. Oh, people actually like what I'm doing. Oh, okay. And then it just happens. It's not you're this is going to be the #1 show. I'm going to do this. You're just kind of life.
Well, it all worked out, and you're part of the Nickelodeon family, but more importantly, part of the Dan Schneider family.
Yes.
And for those who don't know, Dan Schneider basically created all of your favorite shows from childhood, like All That, the Amanda Bynes Show.
Zoe 101.
Yes, literally everything
Drake and Josh,
on Nick.
Carly.
So what is it like to sort of join this family of esteemed Nickelodeon alumni?
It's insane, and like they come by set sometimes, and like Ariana Grande came by set the other day.
No.
Not the other day, last like 6 months ago, and it was just like the cast freaked out, but like the crew had already worked with her for like since before she was even famous, before she even got a singing career. So like they were just like old friends. No one even looked twice at her, and we're just like, what? Yo, wait, what? That's Ariana Grande. She's watching us perform right now. Wait, what is she doing here? And everyone else is just like, oh hey. You know, like it's like an old friend, and it was the weirdest thing. And same with Drake Bell came by. Oh my God, that was insane. He watched us. Josh Peck. Sorry.
The other half.
Yeah, and auditioning for Dan was so weird because he's got all this hype around him, and like when you like, I think I auditioned and it was just called Dan Schneider Project, and like everyone's like, oh my God, Dan Schneider, and I was like, who's that? And they're like, he's like made all the shows that you love, and I'm like, I looked him up and. He did, and then I got nervous, and you see him, and he's this icon, and you're like, whoa, that's him, and then you audition, and you try to impress him, and I guess I did it.
Yeah, I think you did do it. And you mentioned some of the Nickelodeon stars of days past. Are there any that you sort of want to mirror your career after, or you're inspired by?
No. I think I'll have my own path, you know? I don't think that there's any, like, specific person that it's going to be different for everybody, you know? So I'm more looking at where I'm going instead of, like, what someone else did.
Yeah. And, moving on to Henry Danger, what I love about this show is that amidst this huge superhero boom on film, this show's been chugging along with this huge fan base and delivering massive ratings for Nickelodeon. How do you see this show sort of engaging with larger film franchises like Avengers or Batman v Superman?
I think that what makes the show really great, in my opinion, is that the superheroes are like the most irresponsible people, and they should not be defending anybody. You know, like they can barely take care of themselves. But like people still think like, oh, there's these amazing superheroes, but you see the behind the scenes of like us, we don't even know what we're doing. Like we're like I'm literally more mature than my superior superhero. So like it's this weird kind of like, you know behind the scenes it's a mess, but like you can see how like from other people's perspective it looks like we're like these actual superheroes, you know? So I think that's what people like.
Yeah, it kind of pulls the curtain back a little bit to the operations behind the scenes.
Yeah, and then there's also like the cool, I know really people like the Henry dating girls while trying to be a superhero, and like sometimes the girls would like Kid Danger better than Henry, and they're like the same person, and so like that's like a weird dynamic, you know? And so like that was fun.
And so the show returns after a little bit of a hiatus on March 11th, which happens to be my birthday. So I'm taking it as an early birthday present. What can you tease about these new episodes? I believe it's a two-parter that starts.
Two-parter, yeah. It's like one of my favorite episodes. NASA needs help, and so they call on Captain Man and Kid Danger to go to space. And I think they showed the clip. Did they show a clip? And and it's like we use Schwaz, who is like this weird guy, and he's got like this love shuttle, which is apparently like he wanted to take a girl up with him to space in this love shuttle. But like that's the only way we know how to get to space, because NASA doesn't have any, like there's a whole problem with NASA. So like so we have to go in this love shuttle, which is like this like Austin Powers like fuzzy thing, and like love music comes on, and like it's just really awkward for like a 30-year-old man and a 16-year-old boy to be together with. So that's the fun part.
It's a little intimate.
It's a little intimate, but it was cool.
And you guys have such a good banter, Kid Danger and Captain Man. What is your relationship like offset? Is it similar?
It's the same thing, yeah. Like literally it's the same thing.
And, thinking about the show's impact, and we have so many fans here today, what has it been like to kind of see the reception every week?
It's really cool because it's like, it grows every single week, it feels like. So it's really cool to see new people come on, and new people on social media, new people I meet every day, because you work so hard on something, and then to have someone come and be like, I see it and I like appreciate it and I like it, it's just like the most gratifying thing. because you put something out there and you don't know how people are going to take it, you know?
And you have a big social media following, and I think people really like you because there's a sort of goofable, affable charm to you that we see in this show as well.
Yeah.
So it seems like you and Henry share some similarities.
Totally, yeah. I mean, he's just like it's almost like me and Henry grew at the same time, you know, like when I started, I was like this nervous kid, and then Henry was this nervous kid because he just got this new job, and then it kind of like evolves. So like the character grows and I grow, and it's kind of like this weird thing that I think a lot of people who are on shows for a while kind of experience.
Yeah, can you believe it? I mean, wait, are you guys shooting season 4 now?
Yeah, I think it's been 4 years. So I just realized I've done all of high school on set.
Wow.
So weird, right?
And so what, there's tutors coming to the set? How do you balance having a normal life as a teenager?
You don't really.
You don't, right?
No, I mean, it's like, it's really hard, honestly. Like we work on Saturdays too, so it's just like a really long process, and it's really fun, but it's like, it's just a lot of like people coming at pressure, like a lot of like people grabbing at you all the time, and it's never like malicious, it's never like they're trying to hurt you, but like just that like stimulation all the time is kind of like overwhelming. So like, I mean, I don't know other actors, but like that for me personally, think that was what was really hard to manage for myself, like kind of just like staying grounded.
No, I imagine that's sort of like a daily struggle.
Yeah, for anybody, I would assume who's got that kind of, I don't know, like work.
And I think the cast and crew is about to be even busier because Nick just greenlighted an animated series
version of Henry Danger.
I think it's the working title is The Adventures of Kid Danger and Captain Man.
I think so, yeah.
So how will you be involved?
I'm Kid Danger.
So you're voicing the project.
Yeah, I'm voicing the project, luckily. And yeah, we shot 5 episodes, and it's so much harder, honestly, than the live action, because like you just have your voice, and like that's all you can do, and so you're just saying that, and it's long hours in just a studio. It's like this big, and like it just like gets along. Me and Cooper pass notes on paper airplanes.
Isn't it nice though? I feel like the thing you hear about when stars do animated movies that they can just show up in their pajamas, makeup, and you're just like, I'm here.
I show up in my pajamas. I literally do.
And aside from the show, you also recently starred in Rufus 2, which came out in January. So my question is, what does one do to prepare to play a dog that is a teenager? Like rolling around, going to the dog park.
You'd be surprised. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, dude. Like, it was such a weird, wacky like it's like weird, you know. And it was really fun and interesting to like, because the producers want you to do it one way, you want to do it one way, so like you always find like this happy medium in the middle where it's like you get like a little bit of both, you know what I mean? And so like I feel like that's what happened, and just with both like Henry Danger and Rufus, that's kind of just what happens. You both have your ideas, and then you kind of find what works.
Yeah, more of like a collaboration.
Totally, yeah.
And this new movie introduced Cat, the cat version of Rufus. Yes. So what was it like to sort of expand the universe, continue with these characters?
It was honestly like I shot that in like 1 week.
1 week?
1 week I shot that. Me in 1 week. The whole movie took like 4 months.
In and out.
Like 2 months, because I was shooting Henry Danger at the time, and they really wanted to do a sequel, and so we got the script, and then I just like got in and got out.
They are working you hard over there.
Yeah.
And then you also are involved in this upcoming animated feature, Sparks, which boasts a pretty impressive cast with Susan Sarandon, Jessica Biel, Patrick Stewart. What was it like to work on that? I imagine you weren't collaborating so much because your voice.
No, I met a couple of them. I think I worked with Hilary Swank on that.
Oh, right, Hilary Swank.
Yeah, and that was fun. I did that a year, 2 years ago. So it's like way in the past. You shoot this stuff and then it comes out 2 years later and you're like, oh yeah, because it's like so long. I think my phone rang.
Who is it?
My brother texted me. He said, "You're saying like a lot."
That's a good brother.
What did I say? Like a lot? Oh.
It's hard. I do
It's
too.
hard. Thanks, Ed.
That's so nice. He's watching at home. And so, looking forward, we've seen a lot of teen stars sort of transition away from the network that sort of when they made their fame.
Sure.
And you have such a huge following, of course. But when you look out into the next couple of years, do you want to start pursuing projects that are a little bit more mature, some different roles?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's kind of like the natural progression of things. But it's definitely like an evolution of transition. And there's no one way of doing it. There's like a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes on, and there's no how to transition like book. Like it's just
There should be after all.
There
this time,
should be, right? I mean, like there's a lot of people who know a lot of stuff about a lot of things in Hollywood. So you have all those people helping you behind you. So yeah.
Would you have any interest in playing a more grown-up superhero in one of the big franchises?
Totally. Yeah. And I honestly, that's kind of the transition I've been making in the show. Just like season 3 has the character Henry's just become more and more going in that direction. And I think people really like that. So like that's kind of where we're going anyways, just in that.
Yeah, he got that power up, right? Now he has the speed,
power-up,
reflexes.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
I gotta get muscles.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna work out.
Next season, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm feeling some like Nightwing vibes from you.
Ooh.
I'm here for
I
that.
don't know what Nightwing is.
Oh, okay. Text the brother. Maybe he knows.
Let's see, what is Nightwing? My sister said, I want a shout out.
Here
Shout
you
out,
go.
Glory.
And, we have some audience questions, but before we get there, I think you do such a good job of reaching out to your fans and encouraging them to pursue their passions.
Very deep on Twitter.
Yes, very deep. Everyone should follow.
I get real deep at 1 a.m.
What sort of advice do you have to impart for kids that are making videos on YouTube now and trying to sort of get to where you are?
I think that a lot of people there's like this kind of like thing going on right now where a lot of people are copying a lot of other people, kind of like just yell at the camera, And like I think that what really makes people pop and get special is when there's something different about them and something that they bring to the table that no one else does. Because there's like so many people doing the same thing out there right now, especially in social media, So like anything anyone can do to like do something different and still appeal to like a lot of people. Easier said than done, but that's what I would say.
You heard it here first. So now we're gonna go to some audience questions. Let's start here.
Hey.
Hi, I don't care how old I am. I'll watch Henry Danger.
I don't care how old you are either.
I've been following you since the Thundermans with the
Wow.
presidential one.
No way.
When you was
What's your name?
Selena.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you too. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years from now?
Good question. Wish I knew the answer to that one. I think I see myself with a good group of friends around me, all creating things that we think are good. If that makes any sense. Like not trying to do what everyone else wants to do, but like what we generally want to do and what we think is cool and good that hopefully other people like.
Yeah, that's a dream.
Oh, thank you.
We have another question over here.
Hey, Jace. What's your favorite classic Nickelodeon show?
Favorite? I think Drake and Josh.
Good choice.
Woo!
Give it up for Drake and Josh. We got one more.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm so excited to be here. Forgot my question.
You're doing great.
Were you excited, and do you think it was silly to be in space and to do a mission in space?
Was silly. I think, yeah, it was silly. It was definitely weird. There's this part where it's like zero gravity, and that was really interesting because you gotta like, you can't just be like, you gotta like move slowly and like pretend and like move your head slowly. I'm working on it.
Yeah, you guys have some good kind of set action pieces.
Yeah, we have good sets.
You're like ramping it up.
I know. I wish we got good sets, man. I don't make them, but they're good.
Okay, well, before we let you go, can you remind everyone when they can catch the next episode
Yeah,
of Henry Danger?
the space episode is March 11th at woo at I don't want to mess this up. Could someone yell it? 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Look it up. 8 p.m.
We got it. The fans.
8 p.m. before the Kids' Choice Awards. Right before the Kids' Choice Awards.
Right.
And then there's like a little. we shot a little thing at the end of the our episode that leads into the Kids' Choice Awards, and basically it's like they cut, and then it's like it pulls out from the screen, and it's like us on set. You know, like it pulls out from like us shooting, and the director's like, "All right, that's cut. That's it. That's it, guys." And like we walk out, and we're just like Cooper and Jace talking in our Captain Man costumes, walking and talking.
At the Kids' Choice Awards.
No, on set,
Oh,
and
on
then I
set.
go to the Kids' Choice Awards from there, and it's like crazy.
That's some good promo.
Watch.
Well, everyone tune in. Thanks so much again.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.